The night Diana almost kept walking was the night her entire life turned around. It was the kind of cold that cuts right through your coat and settles into your bones. Cincinnati in January. Diana had just finished a double shift at the hospital, 12 hours on her feet, barely a break, and her whole body was screaming for rest. She stopped at the grocery store on the way home, grabbed a few things she could afford, and headed for the door. That's when she saw her, an old woman, sitting on a flattened cardboard box outside the entrance. Thin coat, thin shoes, head down, shaking. Diana almost walked past. She was tired. She had nothing extra to give, and people had told her before, don't get involved. You can't save everybody. But something stopped her feet. Something deep and quiet inside her chest just said, no, not tonight. She walked over and crouched down. Ma'am, are you okay? The old woman looked up, and Diana was not expecting what she saw. Not confusion, not emptiness, but eyes, clear, sharp, watching eyes, dignified eyes, the kind of eyes that had seen a whole lifetime worth of things. The woman said nothing. She just nodded, slowly. Diana pulled a sandwich from her grocery bag and held it out. The woman took it with both hands and ate quietly. Diana stayed right there on that cold sidewalk with her. And in that moment, without a plan, without thinking it through, she made a decision. Come on, Diana said softly. You're coming home with me. Her friends thought she had lost her mind. Diana, you don't even know this woman. Her co-worker Marcus called twice to talk her out of it. Her landlord left a message reminding her that her lease did not allow long-term guests. Her best friend Tasha said, "Girl, what if she's dangerous?" Diana heard all of it, and she did not argue with any of them. She just made up the bedroom, put clean towels on the rack, and slept on her own couch. The woman gave only one name, Margaret. She was quiet, watchful, well-spoken when she did talk, careful words, chosen slowly, like someone who had learned that words matter. She helped fold laundry without being asked. She kept her space spotless, and sometimes Diana would catch her just sitting by the window, looking out at the street below, with an expression Diana could not quite read. Diana never pushed. She just fed her, kept her warm, and let her be. 3 months passed like that. Then one evening, Margaret got sick. Badly sick. Diana rushed her to the hospital and stayed by her side all night, spending money she did not really have on tests and treatment without a single second of hesitation. She sat in that waiting room the way she had sat on that cold sidewalk, not going anywhere. The night Margaret stabilized, 2 men in suits walked into the hospital. They asked for Margaret by full name, a last name Diana had never heard. They were her lawyers, and what they told Diana that night cracked her world wide open. Margaret was not homeless. Margaret was the widowed owner of a $40 million real estate portfolio. 6 months earlier, her own children, fighting over her money while she was still breathing, had treated her like she was already gone, like she was furniture to be divided up. So Margaret had walked away from her own life. She wanted to find out if anyone in this world would help her simply because she was a human being who needed help. Diana was the only one who did. Margaret did not give Diana money. She did something far more powerful. She created a foundation dedicated to housing elderly people abandoned by their own families, and she named Diana as the sole trustee. Diana never had to work a double shift again, but she kept nursing anyway. At the foundation launch, a reporter leaned in and asked Diana the question everyone wanted answered. Why did you take her in that night? What made you stop? Diana thought about it for just a moment. Then she said, "She looked cold. That was enough reason." Here is the truth this story leaves behind.
Compassion is the rarest currency in the world. Not money, not talent, not luck. Compassion. The ones who give it freely, without keeping score, without waiting to see what they get back, those are always the ones life finds a way to reward. Not always with money, but always with meaning, always with purpose, always with something that lasts. You may never know who you are really helping when you stop to help someone. Stop anyway.